There's a story of a little, I think it's a 13-year-old girl, and she was in a fight in school, and the off-duty police officer, which is a security person at the school, broke up the fight, but he had pinned this little black girl on the ground, and he had put his knee in her neck. And there's like an outrage of that, and that's the kind of stuff that people talk about. That police or people will do things to people, particularly kids, that will scar them. Not caring, not realizing it, create some sort of separation that it doesn't affect them, that they deserve it somehow. And that's the problem. It reminds me, Billy Jack in the first movie of Billy Jack, and there's this scene where there's a little girl in the scene, and they put paint on her face and humiliated her. And Billy Jack makes this big statement that, you don't understand, as he's talking to the tormentors, you don't understand what you just did, how it scarred this individual and hurt their little soul and whatever. And then he says, it makes me want to go crazy. And he does. He kicks ass.
And this little girl, who is so special to us that we call her God's little gift of sunshine. And I think of the number of years she's going to have to carry in her memory the savagery of this idiotic moment of yours. I just go this.
The point is, we all know what happened with George Floyd. We saw him die in front of our eyes. And then here we are, an officer puts his knee on a little girl's neck. You can't breathe. First, a big body versus a little body, male body versus a little girl's body. You can't breathe. So that's traumatic as it is. And then the psyche, how it affects the psyche for a while, knowing that this person of trust, this is how they treated you. And then the questions go in your head. Why did they treat me this way? What kind of existence do I have that somebody of authority and power will treat me in this way? So it affects everything. And then it affects the parents of this person. Because behind closed doors, this kid has got to deal with the pain. And they deal with it through their parents. And their parents may be or may not be in a position where they can help this person. They may know what to say, they may know what to do, even though it's going to be painful, or they may not. I hope they do. But if they don't, then that drags on, and then this young girl's alone as she deals with it. Not to mention the kids that watch this scene. What traumatic results for them that they watch a fellow student, whether they know the person, or a friend who's going through this and they're helpless. What kind of image does that create for them as far as a police officer? And these are the things that we, people of color, are sensitive of and watchful of. And I think all Americans should be. Because this kind of thing, it hurts all Americans. We're Americans. And this affects all of our Americans to see this, to feel this. I mean, you're going to put a young lady in society. This is just one person. We don't know who else has had these experiences. But you're going to put one person into society with all this pain. And it affects all of us. We're all connected somehow. And one person in pain, we're all in pain. One person has joy, we all have joy. One person is mistreated and can't think of the word, but discriminated against. That's the best word I can come with. We all are discriminated against. We all are affected somehow. We're connected. This is what I'm finding out, that we are all connected to how we treat one another, and we don't even know it. We don't even know it. That's the genius of it, is that we're all connected, and we deprive one individual of something. We deprive all of something in some other way. That's the things that I'm learning. But in this situation, we've got to do better. We can't tolerate this type of treatment of a kid. Why would a police officer, as big as they are, need to kneel on a kid, a 12 or 13-year-old? Why is that even an option? You can't do better than that? Do we give ourselves, through our unconscious bias, permission to kneel on a young black girl's neck because in our minds we don't value them as much?